going on? It's Corey from the Breakevens, giving you another AFL Supercoach video today. Continuing with our player profiles, we have the big man Josh Sinn, someone who is very highly touted from Port Adelaide the last couple of seasons and has a great opportunity this season. We did speak about him a little bit going through the Keen Farrell video. So if you did miss that, make sure you go back and check it, and check out any of the other videos you may have missed, and like them and subscribe to the channel for daily AFL Supercoach content all the way up to round one. You can also find me on X at Breakevens Pod and on Facebook, the Breakevens. Everything's posted there, and that's where I mainly interact with the community. And if you want to join the Breakevens AFL Supercoach League, use code 266136 to join. That is 266136. With that all done and dusted, let's get into Josh Sinn. So he comes in at 229.5 thousand as a defender. In 2024, he averaged 53.7 in 4 games, and that has been his best average. In Supercoach, he had a high of 65 and a low of 49, which he had twice. He played 7 Sandful games in 2024 with an average of 82.4. That is AFL Fantasy, where he had 2 scores of 100 plus, which was 106 and 107. 3 scores of 80 or higher, which are 81, 85, and 95. And he had 2 scores lower than 60, which was 55 and 48. In the AFL, he goes at 76% disposal efficiency with 280 meters gained on average, with 12 disposals, 3.5 marks, and usually 68% time on ground, which he had in 2024. So why is he a pick this season? Well, as we know, he's fighting Kane Farrell for the Dan Houston spot. And at the moment, with Farrell injured, not really partaking in much match sim, he did play a quarter recently. Josh Sinn has played that halfback role all pre-season, which, as we know, with Houston out, there is a role there and there are Supercoach points that come with it. So he is fighting for that. Now, unfortunately, he is slightly injury prone, a lot of soft tissue injuries. He's a speedster. He's a big kick. So sometimes he overstretches those hammies and they go on him. Which is why we haven't really seen him break out or get much AFL exposure. His strengths are his speed, his run and carry, and his kicking penetration, which I just alluded to. And his weaknesses is his kicking consistency and composure. I got that from his draft profile, so he might have worked on those areas. As we know, he goes at 76%. So it looks like he has worked on that a little bit. But definitely, I think his consistency and composure are definitely things he still needs to work on. He's very new and fresh to the system. That comes with experience. But I think he adds a level to that Port Adelaide defense that they don't super have. Like Houston was never that fast guy. They had Trent McKenzie for a little bit. Ryan Burton isn't, super fast. You got Farrell again. He's not the fastest going around. So Josh Sinn does give them that speed out of the fence, which I think is what Ken Hinkley likes and what he's going for this season. As I said, he is in line for breaking into that halfback, which he has shown in spurts that he can do. Now, I just want to just refer to his draft profile and what was said about him throughout the draft. So they said he's a line-breaking halfback who has shown promising development in midfield. So basically, he's going to be that halfback attacking wing sort of guy. I don't see him getting any inside mid time. So he's going to be using that speed, run, and carry, and that kicking to his advantages. Now, does he get the Houston role? I think it'll be shared with Farrell. Farrell's, not super healthy at the moment. I think there is definitely a spot for him in the best 22. I just don't know what his scoring output could be. But what was interesting is in the latest match sim, he didn't have any kickouts or kick-ins, depending on how you want to refer to it as. So that may hurt his chances to be a Supercoach selection, because I believe, was it Evans, Williams, and I think Farrell even took some in the latest match sim. So Williams and Atkins, I think Williams stays. There's Evans back there who stays. So I really think it'll be between Sinn and Atkins for that last spot in defense. But I think they'll go Sinn just because they rate him. I think they gave him a slight extension on his contract, and they really backed this guy in. So I think there is a spot there, but the fact that he isn't getting kick-ins will hurt him. And the other thing is, can he stay fit? He's now 22 years old, so he's going into his fourth year in the system. His time is now. If he wants to make a mark on the AFL, it's time for him to do so now. So can he stay fit? Is he best 22? Yes. Is he a sub-risk? I think he definitely could be a sub-risk, but I think a sub-out risk. And what is his scoring output? That's the big unknown. He's shown that he can do it in the SANFL, but as we know, the resis are totally different to the AFL. So Josh Sinn has always been someone that I've highly rated, not at all compared or does not fall in line with Johnny Sins at all. Josh Sinn could be a great selection. I would wait on what happens in preseason, watch the practice matches, and see what is happening in those match sims that they do internally. But Sinn, there's a role there for him. He could do well. Can he make enough money? We're not quite sure, are we? So that will do it for today. Another video down. If you missed any of the other videos, make sure you go check them out, give them a like, and subscribe to the channel for daily AFL Supercoach content this pre-season. Join the Breakevens Supercoach League. 266136 is the code. Once again, 266136. Don't forget to find me on X at Breakevens Pod and on Facebook, The Breakevens. I'll be back tomorrow with another video for you. So until then, it is bye for now.